How to not go bankrupt during Airbnb slow season part 1. You might have had a bunch of short bookings during the summertime at a nice little premium. However, during the slow season, it's better to go medium-term rental. Those are rentals that are 1 week or longer long, ideally maybe a month or two. You just need to shift your pricing strategy and your discount strategy to reflect this. In your calendar settings, go ahead and set your calendar so that way you've got deeper discounts the longer people stay. 1 week, 2 week, 3 weeks. You can set custom links if you go and enable Pro Tools. However, another thing as well is to lower your rates on those Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays, those early of the week bookings. It's great to get $300 a night on the weekends. However, it's even better to get $200 a night for 7 days. Not only that, but it lowers your cleaning costs. Tip to not go bankrupt during Airbnb slow season part 2. So you've probably had a wonderful summer and you've got a nice little amount of cash sitting there in your bank account. Take some of that and put it aside as a war chest. The last thing you want to be is a desperate Airbnb host. The worst thing is if it's January or February and you're desperate for a booking and you take a crappy guest. A crappy guest can make your life infinitely more harder than just setting aside a couple $1,000s to cover expenses during those slow seasons. So set aside some money. Tip number 3 to not go bankrupt during Airbnb slow seasons. If you have got a completely empty calendar, I recommend you might want to look off platform. But by doing this, I don't mean just throwing your listing up on Vrbo or on House Finder. What I mean is to go and actually find your own leads. For example, if you live in an oil-rich area, there's typically a lot of refineries in your area. Those refineries need places to put their workers when they come for short stays, especially when they're doing shutdowns. Likewise as well, if you've got months open, go try to contact some insurance companies. Insurance companies are absolutely amazing and they tend to have very last-minute bookings where they need a booking for a couple of months. So if you can get yourself into the pocket of insurance companies or construction companies, you're going to put yourself in a position to get a longer-term booking at a premium during slow season. Tip number 4 for not going bankrupt during Airbnb slow season. So this is going to be a controversial one, but if you are absolutely desperate, if your listing maybe got a few bad reviews during the summer, if you're willing to do anything possible to get new bookings coming into your listing, relist your listing. The easiest way to do that is to just simply duplicate your listing. The reason why this works is because you get an SEO boost for the first 3 months when you're a new listing. Now, mind you, the window on this is closing. Airbnb is putting AI tools to keep hosts from doing this and moving forward in the future, but it's a way for you to be able to get an algorithm boost if you're absolutely desperate. However, you're going to have to start from ground zero. No reviews, no nothing. That's going to be able to help you. However, if your listing is at a 4.4, 4.3 rating, it might be worth it to do it anyways. Tip number 5 for surviving Airbnb slow season. Reach out to your guests from last year. Look at your calendar and see who booked with you last year and reach out to those same people. Often people travel annually for different events, for different corporate events or family functions like Thanksgiving and Christmas. Reach out to those guests in advance and offer them a small discount to come back and stay with you another year. If they loved your place and you're a 5-star host, then they'll definitely be willing to come back. Tip number 6 to survive Airbnb slow season. Some people aren't going to like this one, but your best bet might be to fire your Airbnb property manager.
You're fired! Get out! Get out!
The reality is that it's really easy to automate your Airbnb business. You can still work a full-time job while having 10, 20 units, but your property manager, they're going to be taking a big cut of the pie and they're going to have a lot of other listings competing for bookings this time of year. So it might be worth it to get that 20% back. So that way you can have a better profit margin and be able to lower your rates a lot lower without losing money. Sorry, Airbnb property managers, but it's the truth. Follow me for more tips and tricks.